All right, y'all, here we go. All right. Thought I'd go ahead and come on here, man, while I'm on the go. Do do another live with y'all. Cause we got another fight week coming up, man. Well, this fight week is here, and got a lot of stuff going on. Marcus Bell, what's going on, man? Just trying to fill y'all in on what's going on this weekend. Uh, Probably later on this week we'll talk more about these fights. We'll break them down, but just had to do a fight calendar live stream today, man. I mean, I might have left some stuff off. I might be leaving some stuff off for what's going down starting June 11th, right? Yeah, it is crazy. Let's see. Get started here in a minute. One of these on the go. Just make sure y'all hit the like button. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Let me look at this calendar I got. Yeah. Yeah, man. We'll kind of run down these fights that's going on this start Friday. Actually, I think Friday we're gonna have more fights. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Lee. He said he need all the help he can get. Yeah. Yeah, I think I covered a good deal in this thumbnail. I mean, whatever I missed, we can just kind of talk about or make sure everybody has the right date. Yeah. So talk here in a minute. But I mean, before we really get started, I mean, yeah, this weekend was pretty good though, as far as fights. Like I enjoyed the Manon Furo fight versus Tabitha Ricci, even though that was a brutal one-sided fight, I enjoyed the fight though. Um, the Montana versus Ariane Lipsky fight was good, so I can't complain. I definitely didn't watch that Floyd Mayweather Logan Paul fight. Whoever it is, I don't know Logan, whichever Paul it is. I didn't watch that fight. I ain't stream it. I ain't buy it. I ain't do none of that. I wouldn't go. I wasn't supporting that crap, man. Was not gonna watch Stamina. What's up, man? Hey, let's see. Though. Let me get this fight calendar right here. I got here. Here we go. All right. Yeah. So I said it's Monday. I said it's Mondays and got a lot of fights going on. So I said, let me come on here and do a real quick fight calendar with y'all. And later on this week, when I'm off, we can actually talk about the fights. We can actually go back and talk about them a little bit more in depth. Especially this Invicta atomweight tournament that's going on Friday. That's a big one. That's a big one that's going down Friday, man. So far, they've done the straw weights, they've done a straw weight tournament, bantamweight tournament, flyweight tournament. Now they got the atomweight tournament. Probably leaves the featherweight tournament. Maybe if we ever get one of those in Invicta. So, crazy stuff out here. Man. I was just looking at something outside. Okay. Marcus said Invicta are allowing the fans to vote based on what the first matchup should be. Huh. I saw that. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I saw that on my earlier today before I looked at it, I saw on Facebook. Yeah, I was about to click on it. I was about to click on it. I said, should I do that? I was like, should I vote? I mean, I like to play matchmaker, right? Maybe I'll do that this evening when I get when I get settled in here. I might do that. I might go vote a little bit. I might, see if it helps a little bit. I wish, hey, UFC needs to let us do that. I wish they would let us pick like the strawweight division or the flyweight division. Let us play matchmaker for them. BJ Stammer said what on the okay. He said on behalf, it's my duty to derail the conversation on Andrea Lee's behalf every day I get today. Okay, yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure, Stamina. Yeah, do that. I mean, unless she has a fight coming up and there's some type of relevance there, I know what you mean. There you go, man. Tournament. Never heard of an MMA tournament. Yeah, man. Yeah, Mr. Lee, you never heard of an MMA tournament. I mean, you check out PFL. Check out the PFL. There's tournaments there. Well, there's a tournament going on. Is it a heavyweight tournament with the men and the lightweight tournament with the women? You know, UFC doesn't do tournaments. Bellator doesn't really do tournaments. I thought they were supposed to. I thought they were going to at one time, but Invicta they do the tournaments. But that's pretty much it. PFL and Invicta FC do tournaments, and Ultimate Fighter, the TV show, does a tournament. You know, Ultimate Fighter does. It is a tournament because getting it's like brackets. It gets you down to the two fighters at the end of the show that they fight on an official card. So that is a form of a tournament. But yeah, PFL and Vic FC, those are all tournament. But yeah, man, we got a lot of fights going on this weekend coming up. So I said let me come on and make sure I can keep track of some of these fights. PFL four. PFL four is going down. See that I lost the date. Thursday, right? That's when they do theirs all the time, on Thursdays. We got Clarissa Shields and Brittany Elkin. What do y'all think about that fight? Let's talk about that a little bit. Clarissa Shields and Brittany Elkin. Um, I see Clarissa Shields is actually coming in as a favorite. You know, which I think that's more so based off of popularity. People see who she's been training with. The Jackson Wink Gym, and they see she's been surrounding herself with big talent, great talent like John Jones and Holly Holm, uh, and so on. So they're probably looking at that. So that's more so like the casual fans that are feeling Clarissa Shields has it. Has it in the bag. But they're forgetting that even though a fighter like Brittany Elkin is what 3-6, she has octagon experience. She has that experience. She's been on the ground many a time. She's had that pressure of being in a real MMA fight. But I think that it's really tough to say that Clarissa is the favorite. We talking boxing, I'm gonna pick her all day, but I know this is a different world. Like, yeah, boxing, I'll pick her over Savannah Marshall. I'll pick her over Katie Taylor, any of these girls that want to fight her at any weight in boxing. But when it comes down to MMA, there's just so much that can happen. There's so many different things that you have to be aware of, and I don't know if she's going to be alert on everything that's coming at her. Whether it's somebody switching levels on you, leg kicks, all of that stuff. So all the stuff that we see other fighters, who are experienced, may get may get in trouble with, you know. So yeah, I can't really just base it off the resume. Okay, you say, oh, she lost 6 times. This is food for Clarissa. No way. Like Clarissa's 0-0 right now. You know, she hasn't experienced uh she hasn't experienced any type of grappling. You know, she hasn't experienced any type of amateur background. Uh, she haven't hasn't experienced striking on an MMA platform. You know, like boxing is one thing, striking is a different. It's a different world. It's a different world. So we still need to see what what type of style is going to fit her. We don't even know. Like I might put that other video up again this week. You know, I might play that back again where I was talking about styles that would probably fit Clarissa Shields. You know, just going off of her size and her frame. Um, because I was just looking at the way she was throwing her kicks. You know, she's starting to learn. You know, she's starting to learn, but she's never really like thrown a kick in an actual fight. Like sparring is doing drills is one thing, but having to worry about somebody, taking you down, that's another thing after throwing a kick and getting out of harm's way, measuring distance. It's new. You know, it's different than it is in boxing. You know, I've seen it and watched so many of her fights in boxing where she knows you can just see like in her eyes, like she knows how to measure her distance from a fighter's jab, from a fighter's reach. But now she has to like compute in a new way to look out for head kicks, look out for those teep kicks, calf kicks. You got to have that peripheral vision that can pick up the kicks to the knee and so on. So that's going to be new to her. All of that's going to be new. And then putting the pressure on her, She wants to be great. She wants to be great at anything she does. So that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure on her. I mean, me personally, I would have loved to seen Clarissa start out in some grappling tournaments. Like I would have loved to see her on that underground, the underground submission underground, and that would have been I think that would have been a cool way to build her up. If we would have been seeing her on UFC Fight Pass against some of these other, grapplers, like lower level grapplers, and slowly getting in there with like, what's her name, Raquel, the one that just submitted Jillian Robertson. Like just different fighters like that, Liz Tracy, even Jillian Robertson, all of them fighters that go in that grappling circuit. I would love to see her. I mean, it's not too late; she could still do that, but I would have loved to see her do that, hit the scene, and do that kind of stuff, or even get an amateur fighter four in there. You know what I mean? Because again, people are gonna look at 3-6 on Brittany Elkin, but hey, a 3-6 person, they definitely have a great chance against a fighter who's never been in the octagon before, coming from the boxing background. Like, I love boxing. But boxing, sometimes it looks boxers, they really do look like fishes, like a fish out of water when they step in versus like Muay Thai fighters, because they're already uh, somebody's actually using like look at it, I got distracted. Somebody's using the focus ball down the road, like not the focus ball, but they were using like the tennis ball on their head. Somebody's walking down the sidewalk just punching. Where did he go? Oh, there, yeah, some guy down the sidewalk. He was just like rocking the tennis. He had the tennis ball, and he was shadow boxing with it, hitting it down the street. Nabas said, "I think Clarissa will be very well prepared for the debut. She didn't rush to mark the transition, and she's a high level athlete." Yeah, I think she is a high level athlete, but I just feel like there's so many other factors in there where you can shut down athleticism. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there's a lot of things. Brittany Elkin, she's pretty fit, but yeah, yeah, she's a fit fighter. But yeah, I know there's still some things that are slow about her. Like I was looking at her hand speed. You know, it, she's pretty, mediocre, mediocre with her hand speed, her striking speed. So that would be a benefit right there to make it a stand-up fight for Clarissa Shields. But there's just those other factors I think, somebody like her, Brittany Elkin, should take advantage of right now. So, Mark said every fighter needs a cheerleader. I just figure I fill in until he arrives. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, okay. So Mr. Lee said, "What if she loses?" Yeah, man. If she loses, that's just gonna answer some questions. I mean, losing is not the end of the world. Losing is not the end of the world. MMA. That's the good thing. That's the good thing about MMA. Like, it's not like boxing. Boxing, everybody cherishes their O so much. They see the O as being sacred, which it is. But there comes a time when you might lose. You got to keep that open. Like, nobody's perfect. Nobody can have a perfect record all the time in boxing. Same with MMA, and I think they cherish that a little bit more in MMA. Like, every fight's a learning experience. So if you lose, you can learn from it. Chris Cyborg lost her first fight. Chelsea Chandler lost her first fight. Um, Manon Fiorot lost her first fight. You know, so if she was to lose, it's definitely not the end of the world. It's a good time for her to say, look, this is what I need to work on. This is what I need to do. This is my strength. This is my weakness. Because you got to think, for Clarissa Shields, this being her first fight, she shouldn't see it as she shouldn't see this as like a overall like legacy thing where it's going to decide if she's the worst or the best in WMMA. You know what I mean? Or MMA period. It's not that. It's not that type of factor. This is just to see what she can do, and this is an icebreaker for her. Because this is a high level for her. PFL is a high level for a fighter that's 0-0. You know, maybe if she started off on a lower level, that would have been better. But this right now, I'm kind of taking this fight as just her kind of, dipping her toe in the water and getting used to things, and seeing what it feels like. Really, this is the time to say, oh, this is what it feels like to try to switch levels. This is what it feels like to take a calf kick. This is what it feels like to have to throw a jab and get the hell out of dodge before I get caught with a kick to the body or a kick to the head. So it's not really going to be something I hold over her head and say, okay, if she loses, she's gonna be the worst. Because again, so many women have lost their first fight and went on to better things. If she wins, it could be scary though. Hey, I like to see her win, you know, but it could be scary because if she wins, they might push her faster. Like, if she looks good in dominant fashion, they might try to push her faster towards something like a Kayla Harrison fight or something like that. They could try to push her into that tournament faster. But there's two ways it could go if she wins. If she looks dominant, they might try to skyrocket her faster. But if she looks okay and wins, I think maybe her and her team will kind of take it. They'll kind of take heed. They'll take heed from it and say, okay, this is what we need to work on. Let's go back and get some easy fights. Like, I don't know where her contract is with PFL. Like, if she could fight outside of PFL like Kayla did, but that might be a big factor in this one. Like, she might want to do that. She might really want to do that now. But yeah, yeah, if she loses, definitely not the end of the world. I'm worried about what they might do if she wins. Like, if they overhype it, that's what I'm worried about. Because even like, with Kayla Harrison, they overhyping her, but they're giving her what she needs to look good. You know what I mean? They're giving her the fights and letting her choose her path a little bit more. I don't think they'll do that with Clarissa Shields. So, she got to be careful with that. So yeah, I didn't mean to go off too much into that. That was just interesting stuff that just kind of popped in my head about Clarissa and Brittany Elkin. Um, but yeah, I'll talk more about it later this week. What else is on the roster? So yeah, this Invicta FC tournament is going down. This is for the atom weights. Talk what's an Lindsey Van Zant. She's in it. Jillian DeCourcy's in it, Paulina Granados, some of these other girls I follow on here. Um, yeah, Mr. Lee, if you're not familiar with the tournament, it's basically like any tournament you've seen before where they're going to match these fighters up, where they're going to let the fans maybe match up first first fights, right? Match them up, and then it's all going to come down to the last two fighters. Where I don't know if they're going to do this for the no, they're not going to do it for the belt. Sometimes they'll do it for the belt because let's see, the strawweight division when Brianna Van Buren won it, you know, she won the belt. But fighters like Tanisha Tennant, when she won the bantamweight tournament, she was just the winner of the tournament. They got the trophy. Uh, they got the recognition for that. Miranda Maverick, she got the trophy. They didn't get the belt for it though. You know, but the winner of this tournament is probably going to be the next contender for Alicia Zapatella's belt, her atomweight title. But yeah, like later this week, we'll talk about it more. I'll go down the list of fighters. And tonight, I'm probably going to see if I can do a little bit of matchmaking, if it matters, right? I'm going to see what we can do. Y'all all need to do that, man. Like, somebody put that link in the description. Yeah, put that link in the chat where you can vote. Because I'm actually driving right now. So if somebody puts that link in there, that would be cool. Where you can match make these fighters for the Invicta tournament Friday. Hold on, let me go back up here. So Navash said it wouldn't be a great deal. It wouldn't be a big deal for her if she loses, but the fans will go crazy. Yeah, the casual fans, they will. They'll go crazy. They'll start judging her. They'll start rating her performance. And see, that's the thing at this high level. That's going to be the pressure. When Chris Cyborg lost her first fight, and so on, like these other fighters lost their first fight, everybody was kind of like, they didn't know really. A lot of people didn't know because they weren't that popular yet. When Clarissa Shields, not Clarissa, but when Chris Cyborg, I told some people she lost her first fight, they didn't know. They didn't even know that. So, let's see. Mr. Lee said fighters fight several fights all in a weekend. Wow, yeah. Oh, thanks, Stammer. Oh yeah, another thing. If you're not familiar with the tournaments are the first, let's see, 1, 2, 3 fights you fight are all one round. So you got to be on your game because you're going to be fighting 3 or 4 fights. The first 3 fights are one round, but the fight for the belt or the fight for the winner of the tournament is a 3-round fight. Yeah. Thankfully, that ain't a 5-round fight, but yeah. Was it a 5-round fight? No, it was a 3-round fight. So you got to be on your game. Like, that's why I was like, when I saw Tanisha Tennant in it and I saw Miranda Maverick and I seen how they fought, I was like, off top, I was like, these two are going to win because it wasn't about like one particular style with those fighters. Like when Tanisha fought, she was fighting smart. She was doing her. She was just like using her IQ when she fought. Miranda Maverick, she was fighting smart. She was adapting to whatever the situation was. So those are the yeah. When those tournaments happen, I was like, I think she's gonna win. I think she's gonna win. I think Brianna Van Buren is gonna win, and that's how it turned out. Like Brianna was a bull in there. So this one, it's gonna be a little bit tough to call, man. You got a lot of good fighters in this Invicta tournament, in this atomweight division. A little bit more competition here. Cedric C said, I wish the tournament this week was. I wish the tournament was this week. I was disappointed in Victor FC 44. Oh, the tournament is this week. June 11th. It's Friday. Wait a minute. That's this Friday, right? Oh, I'm looking at my calendar wrong. Hold on. Not just on Access TV. This Access TV app here. I'm looking at. Hey, let me see here. Pull this thing up. Yeah. It's Friday. That's this Friday. No, it's this Friday, Cedric, June 11th. Look at the thumbnail. The thumbnail I posted up. You know, the thumbnail for this video. Look at it. Look at the thumbnail I posted for this video. It says June 11th, and they said June 11th last week during the first Invicta card. It's Friday, but UFC 263 is on Saturday. That's why they never that's why they never conflict with each other, because Invicta is on Fridays, sometime Thursday, and this, you know, yeah, this Invicta tournament is taking place on Friday. 17th. I don't know where he got that from, because yeah, Invicta FC, they always do their shows, you know, on Fridays. It never conflicts with UFC. Yeah, look at the picture they posted. Look at the picture on IG. Look at my picture right here, and look at the trailer. You know, they posted a trailer the same night of the Access TV card. But yeah, yeah, that's why I posted this thing up, because it's going down. Hold on one second, yo. Okay, I'm back. Okay, y'all. So it's hot out here, man. All right. All right. So yeah. And yeah, Clarissa fights Thursday. Yeah, PFL is usually on Thursday. So PFL's on Thursdays usually, and Invicta and Bellator is on Fridays most of the time, and then UFC is always going to be on Saturdays. You know, so they really try to go around the UFC schedule. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this tournament. Yeah, you have 8 women and one title shot made. Like it says, one night, 8 athletes, one title shot. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 fights. And the first fights, like I said, they'll be 1 round apiece. 1 round apiece. Then when you fight that title eliminator, it's going to be a 3-round fight. Yep. Um, Clarissa fights Thursday, June 10th. Okay. Cedric said he's got Shields for the KO. Ooh, that's gonna be tough though. That's gonna be tough. Like, mm, I don't know if I can see her KO. I could see her winning, but you know, I don't see her really scoring a big KO, just because she hadn't really scored too many knockouts in you know, she hadn't really scored too many knockouts in boxing. You know, she hasn't really did too much damage in boxing with her punches. You know, she's more so of a good technical fighter. You know, very, very good technical fighter, very sharp. But you never know. You never know how like her punches will transition into MMA. Like the way she turns punches over in MMA, then you gotta, you know, you're wearing the smaller gloves. That might make her power a little bit more so you know, dominant. You know what I mean? Uh that, and you know, she'll be fighting at 155. You know, she's gonna be fighting at 155. So yeah. What else is going on? Yeah, so this Saturday we got Patty Kansan and Alexis Davis fighting at bantamweight. And just an early look at this fight, man. This is another one of those fights where I predict blood, man. Like every time I see a Montana fight, I know there's going to be blood. But every time I see Alexis Davis fight, I can about say the same thing, man. Because Alexis Davis is a brawler in there, man. She likes to throw down, and you combine that with Patty Kansan's style, man. Like Patty's a banger too. Patty likes to bang. She goes in there and she throws down. She'll take a hit too. I mean, that girl's had a tooth knocked out. So I think that's gonna be interesting, man. I'm looking, I'm seeing Patty as the favorite in this fight, but you never know because Alexis Davis has been looking better at 135. She's been looking better, as far as her physique. Really utilizing her wrestling. She's looked strong in her last fight. But I think that Patty, hold on a second. I think Patty's got that hand speed and just good striking skill to really keep this fight on the outside and just work. Yeah, there's that link if y'all want to vote for that fight. Vote for these fights and make that matchmaking. So yeah, I'll probably do a quick prediction for that fight later this week. Probably like Wednesday or Thursday. Then you got Lauren Murphy and JoJo Calderwood. Lauren Murphy and JoJo Calderwood on this card. It's probably looking like this fight's going to be a title eliminator. This was probably going to decide who gets to fight Valentina next. Hold on. Stammer said, Blood, you said one might say it's about to be a red panty night. Red panty night, yeah. Yeah, man. I see it. I can see it. Only two fighters I feel confident with in saying that, like I said, is a Montana fight and Alexis Davis fight. So and like there should be a little bit more excitement behind the Lauren and JoJo fight, because it is a title eliminator, but I guess it's because we all know like the level Valentina's on, right? When Jan Janan and Carla Esparza fought, and that fight was, it was dubbed the title eliminator somewhat, right? Everybody kind of their energy was different. Like when Carla, whether it be Carla or Jan Janan that was going to win the fight, I felt like, yo, this is going to be exciting. Whoever wins, they're going to be getting that shot against Rose Namajunas. It made for an interesting fight. It seemed a lot more competitive, but I guess we all know, we just know now what level Valentina Shevchenko is on. That's why it's like whoever wins between Lauren and JoJo, what are they going to do? That's the question, right? Like we look forward to this fight just to see what they can do against each other. You know what I mean? Like it might be an exciting fight on their level, but it's like, okay, whoever wins, like, what are they going to do? Like, what are they going to do? How are they going to find a way to beat Valentina? See, I think whether it be Jan or Carla winning their fight, whoever won in that fight and you fight Rose, I think people would still pick Rose as being the favorite over Jan and even Carla at this point, but there's a little bit more competitiveness there. Like Rose still doesn't have that level of almost like, I won't say invincibility, but that type of arsenal, that type of just all around well-roundedness about her that makes her the heavy favorite all the time. Like Rose can be beat. We've seen it. Rose can be beat definitively. She can be beat. What I mean? Like as far as no controversial decisions, she can be shut down. But Valentina just on another level, man. Just on another level. Like I don't care if JoJo went out here and starched Lauren Murphy, or vice versa, that's still not going to say that's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like that's going to happen to Valentina. See, when Carla Esparza dominated on the ground and used her strength, the way she was able to use her strength on Yan Jianan, that could still be a possibility on Rose Namajunas. Like if Carla was able to get on the inside of Rose, that's a possibility, right? It's still a possibility. We can't lie. You know, she's been there before. She's fought Rose in the past. I know things have changed, but if she gets on the inside of Rose, that's a possibility, you know. So that's why their fight, their title shot, their title eliminator, it was much more intriguing to me. Much more intriguing. But when we look at this fight here, it's almost like, okay, here comes another title defense, right? Here comes another title defense for Valentina Shevchenko. She's about to rack up number what, 6? Number 6 or 7? No, it's number 6, right? Yeah. Respectfully, I don't see a way for JoJo to win this fight, so my excitement is capped, kind of. Yeah. Okay, you were talking about the you don't see her way to win the Lauren fight or the Valentina fight. The boss said, yeah, Valentina has beaten everyone that JoJo's lost to. Hard to get hyped for this. Right. Yeah, like I'd be going for JoJo against Valentina, don't no doubt, because like I said, I'm a fan of her. You know, I was a fan of her first. Actually, you know, I've been watching her longer. Um, well, I won't say longer. I seen both of them fight. You know, I seen both of them fight in Muay Thai, but I was keeping up with her more just throughout the Invicta days and UFC days, throughout the strawweight division. But I can't see her I can't see her really finding a way to win against Valentina right now. I can't. Yeah, because we look at the resume. JoJo lost to Jessica Andrade back in 115. Valentina destroys Jessica Andrade, right? JoJo dropped a close decision to Lauren Murphy, excuse me, to Caitlin Chikagian. Yeah, JoJo lost controversial decision to Caitlin Chikagian. Valentina destroys it, right? So yeah, like those high level fighters, she's destroying. Um, Jennifer Maya submits JoJo, right, in the first round, lands some big shots too before she gets it down, and submits her via armbar. Valentina beats Jennifer Maya. They both beat Jessica I though. You know, that's a good thing. They both beat Jessica I. But Valentina, she made it look easier. She made it look scarier. JoJo when she went in there like a dog. It was a good fight. She landed good shots on Jessica I, but she couldn't stop her. Valentina, she put her to sleep. So everything, everything Valentina, well, everything JoJo's doing in the flyweight division, Valentina makes look so much more scarier and dangerous. So yeah, like it don't have to be like anybody can see that, you know what I mean? So I could definitely see why a lot of people would be turned off about whoever would win the title eliminator. Um, he said, "Oh, Lauren. Oh, you don't see a way she can beat Lauren. Damn. Wow. I think she could beat Lauren. Like it's a 50-50 fight though, man. I'm not gonna lie, it's a 50-50 fight. I think Lauren's a little bit more solid on sticking to a game plan though. Lauren's a little bit more I can't say durable because they both can take a shot. They both have good chins, but Lauren has a little bit more of a physical presence about her too. You know. Oh yeah, and I forgot too. There's Bellator 260 this weekend. I forgot there's that card. Amanda Bell is fighting on that card. The featherweight. Amanda Bell. Oh yeah, damn. Vanessa Porto's coming back this quick turnaround. Vanessa Porto's fight this Friday against Alara Yawani. Alara Yawani. Vanessa Porto versus Alara Yawani is on Bellator 260 this Friday. So we got a lot of WMMA going down. Amanda Bell versus Marina Makavian. So you got the Bellator 260 card. You got UFC. Oh snap! I think Icon is this weekend too. Uh-oh. I think Icon is this weekend. I think Amanda Serrano is fighting on one of these cards. This damn, it's a lot of fights. This week, starting Thursday. Yeah, Icon is this Friday on UFC Fight Pass. Friday at midnight. Damn. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. So it's a lot going down, man. He said who lands Lucky Lauren or JoJo? I don't know, Robot. I don't know, man. 50-50, or if I say it starts to tip, I ain't gonna lie, Stammer. If I say the scale starts to tip, I'm gonna say 55-45 for Lauren Murphy. Just because of Lauren's momentum, I can feel a little bit more confident in Lauren Murphy when she's in there fighting, man. Like I want JoJo to win, but yeah, like Lauren's a little bit more sturdy when it comes to putting together a win streak. You know, strong, physical. She's looking to win rounds. You know, she'll take some damage, but she'll give it back. You know, she will give it back, and she will look for a way to win a round and not fall behind. You know, she don't fight behind too many people. She'll kind of try. You know, Lauren Murphy tries to lead the dance a little bit. One thing I can say, if JoJo can do it, let's see, if she can do what could she do? Like that's a different style. I was gonna say like, nah, Sarge was a little bit more physical, and that's not really JoJo's style. If she can do what Andrea Lee was able to do and make it look better, she could win the fight. Samuel just said straight up, JoJo ain't beating Lauren. He just said it straight up. JoJo ain't beating Lauren. Lauren has more fortitude, both mentally and physically, right? Right. And even more respectfully, because I hate to even type this. I have very little faith in relationships with their yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's like uh, that's something I talked about in boxing before. I talked about that in boxing on a boxing show I did. I talked about the father and son dynamic. You know, the father and son training dynamic, and I'm glad you brought that up, man. Something I might talk about one day on the show, Stamina. But like having a relationship with your trainer, I think the obvious, I always, you know, the obvious comes out is that there's going to be a comfort level there, you know, a comfort level that you shouldn't really have. You know what I mean? That's why there should be like more so organic relationships, you know what I mean, where it's built in the gym, or it's built on the foundation of a, it's built on the foundation of what you guys have built, you know, what you guys have connected in the gym. It should be built on the foundation of having faith in that person, you know, having faith in that person of putting their putting their life in your hands as a trainer. You know what I mean? Like I think that coming in and kind of like either coming in married or coming in with a girlfriend and you know sharing the same gym, or taking it there, or if you connect and kind of start having that type of relationship in the gym, it kind of kills something a little bit. it kind of makes you too comfortable, and then it kind of makes a person hard to tell them the truth, the hard truth without offending them, and then you got to remember you got to take that home too, you know what I mean? Y'all got to take that home and think about it. Like, can you leave that stuff at the gym? Nah, they're still going to take it home. I think the trainer in the fighter relationship, like if a guy is training a girl, it's got to be about the fight. It's got to be about that where you can make that person feel uncomfortable, and you don't hold back. You tell them, yo, your defense is not looking good. Stop taking punches. Why do you like taking punches? You know what I mean? Like, you look terrible. You know what I mean? You got to be able to tell that person that. So that's something I'll talk about sometime down the line. But yeah, man, I'm about to get up out of here, man. Like I said, I wanted to come on here, just do a quick fight calendar with y'all, talk about these fights real quick. We'll talk Wednesday more. We'll talk Wednesday more, 7 p.m. Because like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on. I think I missed a lot. PFL Thursday, Bellator Friday, Invicta Friday, UFC Saturday, Icon on Friday. So I'm gonna be watching a lot of this stuff. So yeah, I'll be busy this weekend, man. Shoot, I still gotta go back and watch this LFA card, man. There's a couple fights I'm gonna watch tonight, man. But yeah, like I said, just want to come through with this fight calendar, guys. I'm about to get up out of here. Robert Henry dropping in a little late, but I'm about to bounce. He said this would be the biggest fight of JoJo's career. It would. It would. It would be the biggest win. Yeah, bro, you late, man. I'll be back Wednesday at 7 p.m. Like I said, I just come through while I'm doing these on the go, bro. You can always hit playback. But yeah, I'm getting up out of here, guys. Thanks to the chat and everybody coming through. Combo Breaker 99. I am out. Make sure y'all subscribe. Peace.